Sure. Okay. On your paper is a box that says list in this box the things that you know for sure. So take a moment and think of all the things that you know for sure. That's a lot of things? Okay, cool.
I may cry.
Some people may differ.
Are you sure about that?
What's something we know for sure?
This is a solo project, so
Wait, what box?
those donuts lasted like 5 seconds. Huh? Sorry.
You guys, it's solo by yourself.
CACO.
By yourselves, guys.
No. Taco. Taco can't spell that.
Oh, you should get nip it. It's easier to write.
Taco.
The world is round.
You guys are gonna have to scoot together so we can put a couple more people in here.
Oh, I didn't bring the chair.
Oh my God.
Oh, we could bring them, they can have these chairs. Here, you guys can sit, a couple of you guys can sit in here for some relax.
What's that?
Yeah.
Hey, you should be writing on your papers right about now.
That makes sense.
You guys not together, on your own. On your own paper.
She's Taco. C-A. It's Taco.
It's Taco.
It's Taco.
How was Florida?
I know how to spell the word.
Pretty awesome.
What is
Maybe you don't.
How did it spell?
Here's the page.
You spell it wrong.
Okay, you guys doing it? Everybody doing it?
Oh, we'll finally.
This box right here.
What are you like 703?
I know nothing.
Things that I know 3 minutes later. 4 minutes late.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Food is amazing, and I know how to make food. I don't know. Wednesdays are like, I'm not sure about anything else. But I know how to spell the word.
I'm not like
I never sure we don't live forever. Are you sure that is wow?
We're working on that first box on the left there, Lucy.
That box is
Oh, you just learned that? No. I learned that in 7th grade.
You guys already do yours?
I was like screaming at
You know there's nothing.
I know how to spell the word I. I don't know any.
This side?
Yeah, we don't know any. We don't know any.
You know something.
We know, but it's still a word.
Nothing.
I slapped it in my mouth.
What do you mean you don't know?
I know exactly.
I know that. Actually, I
Okay,
don't.
well, just what you think of it.
We don't know anything.
Everyone knows we are aliens.
Well, there's nothing we know for sure.
You don't know one thing for sure.
There's lots of words. You know, after
Okay, so then if you switch your phone, if you do that way, then you need to write that there.
There's nothing that is for sure.
So you guys all, have you guys all done this? Did you do it? Do you have the sheet?
Okay.
Toss it up.
I don't know what I don't know.
you need to still have.
We don't do, I pride myself.
Do you have a pin?
I don't know.
They're so sweet. I had these forever in certain areas.
Oh, here, you guys write. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That you know how to. I know.
The bugs.
I will
Oh my God, is everybody amazing?
I swear.
Oh my God.
I will live for all.
Everybody got it? Bro, you got my philosophy. What'd you say? I love this show.
Excuse me. Okay, no more talking to each other. Okay, we're just gonna participate with the class. So who had an answer to the question, what you know for sure?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know what I don't know. I put nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But relatively speaking, taller than you.
No.
No?
Yes, she is.
Well, yes.
Hey, no more conversations, guys. Zach,
Some vitamin
Oh,
D.
to everybody else, we are aliens.
like people on other planets. Okay. Ella?
Like the Martian hashtag.
Guys,
So I ate lunch today and a list of other things.
you ate lunch today.
Yeah, I ate lunch.
Do you know
What is
that
the
it
world's
was
definition of
lunch?
lunch? We don't know anything.
How do you know it was lunch?
You guys could have been dinner in China.
Guys! Alright,
Alright, if you're at that concept,
what did you say?
I'm in male.
You're a male? Okay. Will?
I think I can confirm that I'll be alive 1 second from now.
that's not even true. I can count
No.
it for you.
If yes, sir, you're gonna run over here and kill me in another second. I'd like to see you try.
I'm basically a cheetah, so.
I accept that, shall I?
Nicholas?
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah.
You're wearing a brown shirt.
Yeah, it's brownish.
It's tan, brown, and gray.
Is it exactly brown
No,
though?
it's not.
Okay.
That's not exactly brown.
Next, I'm gonna give you a card, okay? And you gotta think about this for a second, because it might be a difficult thing to ask. Did everybody get one of these cards?
No.
So Angie's gonna go around, just sit down. Angie's gonna go around and give you a card. And you're gonna write something about yourself on it that's true, but sort of unbelievable. Like kinda crazy. Guys, no more conversation, alright? So, and then, if you get a jack in the playing cards here, listen up, so you know what to do. So if you get a jack, you're actually gonna make up a story. So, but try to make it sound kind of real. So if you don't get a jack, listen. If you don't get a jack, you're gonna write a story that's kind of crazy that happened to you, that is true, but people might not believe it. Can you stop talking to your neighbor? So, and if you get a jack, you're gonna make up a story, but kind of pretend it's real. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
I'm a compulsive liar.
So take a moment, and then we'll read them and try to figure out whose is the lie and whose is true.
Oh, it's just kind of like a game. I
Wait,
But if it's not,
teachers are like,
You probably have better stories than these guys. You don't have have to answer. If you don't know, if you can't think of something, don't submit something, okay? But if you can do it, it'd be fun.
No way.
Watch the image on your screen closely. Watch the image on your screen.
And in the background.
Don't really do that. Just do this.
But I want to write something down. Yeah. You suck so bad. Every day. Look at the floor. Guys, I haven't used okay.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't say
Mac? What if Mac knows that it's like a
79. 73.
because what are you been there? Yeah, I know. So just don't say anything, Mac. Hit your head with it. No, don't go eat, Mac.
don't get this.
Gotta get that vitamin D though. My card.
We have other stuff in here though. Oh yeah.
Give me some, Max. It's really like a miracle. This is really
Yeah, you done? Okay. Okay. No. Anybody else?
And you're like,
You don't have to do it in the middle of it, alright?
oh, but there's not enough room and you can barely remember it.
Now you can't say anything.
We'll see. Did you do it?
Like, the
Okay.
crazy part is literally like this
Alright.
tiny.
Okay.
Very end.
Okay. So listen up. So listen up and try to figure out if this story is true or if it's made up. Okay. And the person who wrote it will have to be honest about it. So thank you for the very late submission. All right. Here's one. I stepped on a jellyfish. True or made up? Raise your hand if it's true. Raise your hand if it's made up. Who wrote it? Who wrote it? You did? And it wasn't true. Oh, it's true. Okay, so you guys win that one. So we just split up the corner over there? I've punched myself in the face 6 times over 6 days. True?
It's true.
Made up?
I don't know.
Who was it?
It was me.
Is it true?
Yeah. It's Lexi. It's true. It's Lexi.
My dog saved my life in a fire by getting the neighbor's attention. True? Made up? Okay, whose was it? Made up.
That's from the book. Pet Heroes. You know, it's about dogs.
I've thrown up through my nose before. Made up? Was it true or made up? True. licked a toilet seat without cleaning it first? True?
They actually say that. They actually
Made up? Whose was it?
mine.
True? True? I've eaten hippo. True?
That's false.
Or made up? Whose is it? Yours?
True.
Oh. Man.
I can tell it's true because if David written it live, he'd be laughing and
That's isn't it weird how like the ones that seem like they're made up are true and the ones that are true seem like they're made up?
Are you gonna read mine? Because it's like an elaborate story. It's like really.
When I was in Italy, I got lost in a crowd. But I remembered that my family had a meeting place, so I went over to the meeting place and I saw a dog. So far it's pretty believable. I looked around, and saw nobody claiming him, so I leaned down and pet it, and this lady ran over and yelled at me.
Slap me. Just slap me.
You guys think that's true?
It was a lie.
Whose was it?
It was a lie.
I did preschool twice. True? Made up?
True.
Whose was it? Sure? True?
Yeah, I hope that twice.
Same.
I wish I said
I didn't.
I didn't.
Try to guess who this is.
Preschool is like.
Me and Lauren's umbilical cords were still connected when we were born, so we were one person. Those are good.
That's small.
Okay, so there's a point to this lesson, there's a point to this exercise, and for the past few weeks we've been talking a lot about science and progress in science and how science sort of points to an intelligent design because the things that we discover are really incredible. You don't need to do that right now, Lucy. So they're so incredible that it's like, well, it's got to be somebody's design. It can't just be chance, you know. But we don't know for sure. You know, a lot of that stuff is like uncertain. And so tonight we're going to talk about kind of that doubt, that uncertainty that we all live with. And it's kind of like, you know, these stories. It's like, what do you believe? What do you not believe? And, you know, a lot of things that seem real, seem true, maybe are made up. So this is a cool show. It's called Brain Games, and we're going to look at 3 different things on it. So just take a listen. Who's seen Brain Games before? Okay. It's a really great example of what we're talking about here. So yes, do not give it away. Keep your mouths shut.
Closely. We've got a quick question for you about these 2 squares. True or false? This top one here is a darker gray than the bottom one. Pretty obvious, right?
Hey,
Well,
actually we
maybe
said
not.
keep your mouth shut so you don't
Because
give
the
it away
answer
for the people
is
looking.
actually false. Believe it or not, they are exactly the same color. And if you want to know why, you'll have to stick around. This is a show about perception and your brain. For the next hour, we're going to mess with your senses. We're going to put you through a series of tests. And if you play along, you'll see things that aren't really there.
Oh my God. No way.
Hear strange sounds that baffle your brain. And feel unique sensations that are difficult to describe with words. So listen up and watch closely. This is your brain. 3 pounds of tissue isolated from the world inside your skull. Your senses provide its only clues to what's going on out there. But how can your brain take the limited information from your senses to build you a trustworthy reality? If you stick around for the next hour, we're going to show you, with a series of illusions you can't help but fall for, even after you're in on the gag.
Oh my god.
So, are you ready? Let's go back to the gray boxes. Still don't believe these two squares are the same shade of gray? This man, experimental neuroscientist Bo Lauder, is going to show you why your brain is constantly being fooled by what it sees.
What illusions tell us is that what we're trying to see is not the world as it is, but something else. We're actually generating perceptions of a world that's useful to see. And that useful perception doesn't actually have to correspond with what's actually there. Okay, come on over. We're going to do a test.
Bo is going to prove to you and a group of volunteers that the two squares are the same color gray.
When you open your eyes, right, first time in the morning, say, do you think you see the world as it really is?
I say yes.
Yeah. You're seeing it. Oh, you're definitely.
That depends if I'm wearing my glasses or not. Yes.
Yes. Yes? Yeah? I mean, why not? All right, well, look at this cube here. What if I told you that those two surfaces are exactly the same? Would you believe me?
I wouldn't.
Okay, come on up. Okay?
Bo has attached a gray swatch to one of the surfaces to allow you and the volunteers to test this one out for yourselves.
Take that dot and move that nice up here, right there.
Oh my god. No way. What's this again?
This is crazy.
Your mind's been blown.
Are you also having trouble believing this one? Well, take a look at the illusion again. If you want, try holding up one of your hands and block this section of the image. If you're having trouble seeing it, we'll help you out.
Whoa.
Crazy, right?
Different? Same.
It's freaking me out.
What's going on?
Tell us.
Are we changing the surface? What's changing?
Our perception.
Our perception's changing.
Yeah.
Okay, why? That's the question. If we could understand this, we would understand how the brain works.
Are you wondering why this happens? How two distinctly different shades of gray could actually be the same color? In this case, it has to do with how your brain uses shadows to make decisions about what it's seeing. Take a look at this object.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Our brains make up stuff so that it feels normal to us. So here's another one. Very interesting.
To show you how that works, Jonah's recreating a classic psychology experiment.
The rubber hand illusion is a funny hack of the brain where you can convince people very quickly that this rubber arm is actually their own arm.
He's setting up a stand at Venice Beach, where he'll test volunteers to see if they can experience sensations in a hand that's not theirs.
Welcome to the rubber hand experience. I want you to put your left hand right here and put your right hand right here.
Jonah has participants hide their right hand out of sight behind a divider,
Just gonna drape this as if it's your real.
while he places a rubber hand on the table in front of them.
Just stare at this hand.
Jonah primes participants by brushing both the fake and real hand simultaneously, a process which helps the brain link the feeling to the fake arm.
Feel like you're doing that to my hand, but that's not my hand. My hand's over there. So that's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird.
Now that Jonah has linked this volunteer's brain to the new hand, he's got an even bigger surprise for her.
That was here.
Good plan.
Oh my goodness. When you hit that thing, I thought I was gonna lose my hand. So I was so scary. And it really felt like that was like I could move those fingers if I wanted to. My brain decided that that I could feel that. And that you hitting that was hitting me. That's so strange how it does that.
Impressive, right? Let's see how many other people fall prey to this mind game.
My name's Jonah. Okay, so you keep on staring at that hand.
That was crazy.
That's actually.
Wait, it's on the phone?
Usually this automatic filtering of distraction
Okay. One more. Okay, hilarious. If you've seen this one, don't say anything, okay?
you're missing, when there's no way of knowing what it is that you've missed. Let's simplify this. Dan Simons is teaming up with the dance group Jabberwockies to do an experiment to help us figure out just how susceptible people are to inattentional blindness. It's similar to a test he's done before using recorded video, but tonight, for the first time, he's trying it out with a live audience.
So thank you all for coming in. We've got the Jabberwockies here, and what we're going to do is have them do a couple of their routines. So here's what we're going to have you do. Anytime one of the Jabberwockies wearing blue steps into either of the spotlights, keep track of that. So if they do this, that's 1. They step out, step back in, that's 2. Does that make sense? Yeah. So why don't they have the Jabberwockies come back out here?
The counting exercise will help focus your attention. Try doing this test along with the audience. Remember, you're keeping track of the number of times the blue Jabberwockies step into the spotlights.
All right, so how many people counted between 15 to 20? More than 20?
More than 20.
All right. One other question, did anybody see a penguin?
Who saw the penguin?
What?
Who hasn't seen this before?
Can we have our penguin friend come back
Saw
out?
the penguin.
Dan Simons just told the live audience about an extra character in the Jabberwockies performance they may not have seen.
So you didn't notice that when it went through?
Let's take another look. For anyone that still missed it, you are not alone.
How many people didn't see the penguin go through?
Over 50% of the audience did too.
That's why when I was in the middle.
I did that.
Wow. Interesting. Hey, write some thoughts about what you think about that on that first box. What do you think about that our brains lie to us?
Well, I got distracted.
Our brains are lying to us.
No, they're not.
Well, is it reality that we're seeing?
Wait, they're just showing us something that's not real.
Write it down.
My brain is a liar. Oh, your brain is a meanie. Meanie head. You are missing out on life, but you have not lived.